Hey, good morning. It's Mark Wise. I want to talk with you today about a concept that maybe you've never thought about. Let's picture some deal. The sale of a controlling interest in an ambulatory surgery center, for example. Everyone who owns an interest in a surgery center is familiar with the concept of the price that you would receive were you to sell all or a part of your interest. But what about the price that you might pay? In other words, what about the price that the seller pays in a deal? And so you're thinking, wait a minute, well, what's this guy talking about? Buyers pay the price, sellers collect the price. Well, that's a shorthanded way of looking at it. In any deal, the deal is more than simply about money. It's about other aspects of the deal. For example, today outside of healthcare, I read a story in the Wall Street Journal about farmers who normally sell grain, let's say corn, to a local grain elevator. In other words, it's a company that has large storage tanks to hold the grain, giant silos. And those companies buy the grain from the farmers. Traditionally, that's how farmers would sell. But a couple of years ago, someone came along and said, oh, we have all this great high-tech thinking. We are going to create a marketplace whereby farmer Joe and Sally can sell their grain to the highest bidder, not just the local buyer. The only problem was that for all the talk, there were lots of problems. For example, trucks didn't come to pick up the grain. For example, when they finally came, it might be in the middle of the night. And when it came time to paying for the grain, they were weeks, if not months late, as opposed to within hours of the delivery. So the price that the farmers paid was a bad and extremely troubling deal. Same thing in connection with the sale of an ASC. Not every buyer is going to be a good partner. Not every buyer is going to foster the development of the center. Some buyers are going to choke it to death to pull out every penny of expenses and shove it into profit. So in every deal, there's more to simply the money that changes hands if you're a seller from the buyer to you. There's the price that you'll pay one way or the other for the deal. Consider that. Just don't simply look at the dollar sign on the check or the wire transfer you're going to get. Look at all of the elements that affect price.